Over the past few years, my 2013 Seneca Super C has sustained some functionality issues with the rear slide due to broken parts from the Schwintek sliding system, including the GIBS and the roller shoes, which ultimately caused the slide room to shift and then stop moving. There were also sinking issues with the motors that caused the slide to retract and deploy unevenly, and in some cases not even close all the way. The power cable also at times has become snagged on the floor when retracting and deploying, disconnecting itself, and then causing a complete power failure to the motor, leaving the slide room stuck in one position or another. And then ultimately the slide floor sustained some severe water damage that caused the entire slide room just to completely fail and wouldn't work at all. So after spending countless hours dealing with these issues and then facing a price tag of $10,000 to replace the rotted floor, I just decided to do away with the slide altogether and just create one large stationary room. So here's what I did. To get started, I first made sure to completely retract the slide room so that the slide would be sealed as tight as possible to the RV. Next, I removed all the contents of the slide room and disconnected the power cables. After removing all the slide contents, I used the Sawzall with a metal cutting blade and began to cut through the floor and seal it. The Schwintek system has 4 metal tracks located on both ends of the slide at the top and at the bottom, which lock the slide into place. So to keep it locked into place, I decided to cut the slide room walls, leaving 5 inches of the room and tracks intact, which kept the slide room locked into place and provided some space to prevent it from potentially falling off the track when driving down the road. The slide out structure is made of aluminum frame with styrofoam, wood, and fiberglass exterior, so the blade cut through everything fairly easily. Once the initial cut was complete, it was just a matter of removing all the material and evening out some of the areas so that the fascia boards would sit flush when attached. All right, so now I finally got everything shaved down and evened out all along the perimeter of the slide. So this is kind of what it looks like now. And everything's pretty secure. I mean, it is secure. I mean, it's just like if the slide was here fully intact. The gears that are here are still in place, the motor's still in place, and they're all holding it really tight. Not to mention there's the awning fabric that's holding it as well. I mean, that's not super tight, but it's definitely holding it in the spot that it needs to be in. And then the gears at the bottom are holding this pretty sturdy as well. So what I'm going to do now is just make sure I go around the perimeter and just seal it up. No water really ever leaks in from those sides that I've seen. It was mainly coming in from the bottom of the floor of the slide, and it was as you can see, just kind of pouring in. So I'm going to seal everything up though as tight as I can. And you know, when you're driving down the road, there's going to be movement, and so there's always a potential for water to come in. So I want to make sure I eliminate all those potential areas. You can kind of see now where at the bottom, if you press on it, you know, there's still some cracks in it. So I'm going to seal that up with the spray insulation. I'm going to build a perimeter with these repurposed pieces of wood from the slide around the outside so I can put the fascia on the perimeter. And then down here I'm going to put this piece of wood along the seam here, and then first fill it with the insulation, put this up here, and then build like a little box around it so that it looks at least somewhat presentable, and you know, you're not kicking your foot onto one of these pieces of aluminum that's cut. So I'm going to use This window and door yellow foam insulation says it's good for allowing flexibility. So if there's movement or anything like that, it can expand and contract with the weather elements. I placed 3 of these L brackets connecting the wall to the floor just to give it a little extra support, holding it tightly to the RV. After securing and sealing the slide wall, it was time to put up the fascia boards. We decided to use a few pieces of common board that we stained. For the back wall, we decided to use shiplap boards to give it a little bit more of a rustic look. To replace the stock closets and drawers, we installed an open bookcase shelving system, which we picked up from IKEA, and it had some drawers at the bottom as well. And then to give the bookcases a little bit more stability, we used a piece of live edge cypress wood to attach them together and create a desk area. One of the things that we didn't like about the original manufacturer's design of the RV was that the bathroom door wouldn't open all the way when the slide was retracted. So we decided to take that door off and add a barn door to make it easier to enter the bathroom and allow more space around the desk area. So here's the final look. Now, considering there's no more slide, we're very happy with the amount of space that was provided, given that the slide is no longer an option. So that's it. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any specific questions about what I did here, please leave those in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.